Hi everyone, this is Deborah with Hello My Garden, and I'm here on a Monday because I took a day off of work to spend a little time in the garden and also get a little bit of a break. So wanted to give you an update today of our wild edge area. So comfrey doing a little bit better, but starting to dry out again. Didn't really have any rain this week, so we need it again. Chrysanthemum, again, looking a lot better. I really want this to grow well. It's a medicinal chrysanthemum, and when I was a child I used to drink a lot of chrysanthemum tea. My grandmother used to put it in this kind of special glass teapot, and so the top of the teapot had chrysanthemum flowers in it, and then she poured the water over, and I would actually eat the chrysanthemum flowers after I was done with the tea. So I'm really hoping that this plant does well and the voles don't like it. So I'm actually hearing some thunder right now, but I don't know if we're going to have rain. It wasn't really, I mean, it was in the forecast only, like it couldn't be ruled out, but it wasn't something that it was expected. So here's our milkweed. And these are the milkweed seeds. Blow away, create more milkweed so we can have monarch butterflies. And then these are also the milkweed bugs. Now look at all those milkweed bugs. We leave them alone, as you know. We do not spray. We try to let nature take its course. So here's our mason bee house. And this one is actually looking occupied. It's looking pretty good. Now, of course, we don't know if they're all mason bees. There might be predators in there as well. No way of knowing. Okay. So our thyme over there. And this right here is our white mulberry tree. And this was grown from a cutting. And so look at how good it's doing. So you all don't feel, don't fear away from growing cuttings. This mulberry grew very well. And my understanding is most mulberry, or a number of mulberries anyway, grow very well from cuttings. Oh, there's a little mulberry right there even. I don't know if you can see it. Can I get it in the picture? Not sure. So anyway, there's a little mulberry. Okay. Fennel not looking good. There's a passion flower. I'm going to do a better picture of passion flower in just a second. This is echinacea, gone to seed. The little cosmos is apparently gone now too. Okay, and so gotta watch out for those little yellow jackets. And do not want to get stung again. Okay, so that was not a fun experience, folks. But anyway, so here is passion flower. I believe it's Passiflora cerulean, but my memory could be wrong. It is, but aren't those flowers pretty? I have a maypop in the front of the house, and that's the kind that's native and actually will produce some sort of fruit that we can actually eat, but this one is not. So, but it does have pretty flowers and it's doing well. Okay, so this is bee balm, and so my mallow's not doing too well here. The mallow in the picture, there's a mallow, but it's alive. And does it need water? It probably needs some water. I'll bring in a little bit of water. Okay, and that is the white blackberry, and that one's actually doing quite well. And I am, like I said before, very excited to see how those white blackberries taste. So I spent a little bit of today planting some blueberries. These are pink blueberries, and I've covered them for some sun protection from the stress. And so there they are. There's one of them. There's the other one. There's actually some part of a sunflower that grew out of the pot too. But these have been in the pot since spring, and I'm horrible about not getting things in the ground and just keeping them in the pots for a long time, and probably to the detriment of the plant. But you know, it seems like such a hard thing for me to figure out where I'm going to put something and where it's going to do well. But the biggest factor is the voles. Because the voles, I don't want them to eat the plants, and so I'm worried about putting them on the ground. You know, I do have some methods to employ. We use the sharp rocks, the Permatil, and those, sometimes I use those baskets, the Vole King, which I've talked about. But it still gives me a lot of pause in terms of where I'm going to put the plants. And plus, I think a lot of times most of you that work a lot of hours, you know, you kind of get stressed, and so you kind of don't have the biggest creativity, or I don't have a lot of creativity unless I kind of have a day off of work, and so I can let my mind chill. So anyway, so this is going to be a blueberry, kind of U-shaped blueberry patch here. And the two I put in today were the pink blueberries. And so that'll be exciting. Okay, so we have a volunteer, what I think is a volunteer clematis here. And hopefully it can share the vine with the kiwis, but of course kiwis are number one. We're not gonna, if it's giving a little bit of problem to the kiwi, it's gonna have to move. So this is the Malabar spinach, and it seems to be playing nice with the kiwis right now, but of course it's an annual, so here's our kiwis, and I do have something exciting to show you. Well, first let's talk about the little kiwis here. I ate one of the kiwis day before yesterday, and it tasted really good. It was sweet, a lot sweeter than some that I've eaten in the past from the grocery store. And more about the grocery store kiwis in a minute, but these are the kiwis that are left, and they're not quite ripe. A couple more days maybe, and they hopefully will be ripe, and we'll have some of those. But I was really pleasantly surprised at how sweet they were. But the leaves in this little bug netting area are not, they don't seem to like the air restriction, even though this netting is, you know, it's got a lot of holes, and you would think that there'd be some good airflow. Apparently not enough. It looks, so my opinion here is that the kiwis really like airflow, because this same plant looks much better above the bug netting. So something to think about, but I have to cover it if I want to get a little bit of kiwis to eat. So this is my exciting news. This little kiwi right here I didn't want to show it to y'all until I was pretty sure it was a kiwi. But this I grew from just some seeds from a grocery store pack of Hardy Kiwis. So I ate some of the kiwis, and some of the kiwis I just put in this pot, and this one came up. And so I compared it. I've been comparing it, but I think at this point it's safe to say that this is a kiwi. What do you think, guys? Kiwi, I think so. So really excited to get that in the ground next year. So we're going to keep it in the pot for another year. Exciting to get it in the pot, get it in the ground next year and see how that does. I do have some other volunteers that I noticed today that I want to show you. So although it's kind of late in the year, so this popolo isn't going to get as big as it should, but popolo, let me get it in the picture there. It's a popolo, so that's a herb, and there's another popolo over there. Where is it in the picture here? Popolo, and another little popolo, and some motherwort. And so these came from, where's the motherwort? There's the motherwort. And the mosquitoes are after me. So these are from just some, stems that I threw out last year. So they have volunteered and grown, and we're part of the excitement of having a permaculture type of area is that we get excited by this type of volunteer activity. The plants that come back and we didn't plant them, they just come up, and so plants sometimes find the spot that's best for them. And so really excited when these type of things come up, and we get to eat something that just came up and volunteered. So anyway, that's it for this week's update, and I sure hope that you all have a good week, and hope next week you'll have a great Labor Day weekend, and hope your gardening is going well, and talk to you later. Bye.